proud new owner of a Samsung Galaxy phone, and to truly master your Galaxy you might need to equip some attachments, get some peripherals, and equip some protection. And I've spent the last few days searching the internet for the very best accessories that you can get for the Galaxy S23 series so that you don't have to. So there's only one question: are you ready? Good. Okay, let's go. Speed and power are two things that make the world go round, but getting the right amount of power at the right speed is vital now more than ever when it comes to Samsung Galaxy devices, because as you know, they don't pack the power brick in the box. And yes, you could get the official Samsung power brick. It will cost you around £30 here in the UK, or you could get one of these, which will optimize your recharging abilities with a power supply solution far superior to the standard Samsung charger. This is a 100 watt gallium nitride 2 fast charger, and this one from Auxum retails for just a little more than the official Samsung single ported power brick, but the power output options are far superior, because not only can it charge at the 45 watt peak charging rate that the Samsung devices support, it can also charge 3 more devices simultaneously. So this could be your earbuds, your watch, your tablet, and it gets even better. If your laptop charges via USB-C, the Auxum GAN 2 charger can charge that too. And the reason I've chosen this one is because Auxum is a new brand on Amazon, and their prices are better than a lot of the competition that you might be more familiar with. So if you get this right now, you could be saving some money, some time, and space, because it's not that much bigger than the regular Samsung charger, but it's far more powerful. So now that you're aware that ensuring you get the proper power delivery at the right speed will save you time, and time is arguably the most valuable metric in our lifetimes. So to ensure you're always using your charging time efficiently, a cable like this from MC Dodo or Muk Dodo is precisely what you need, because not only is it a USB 2.0 cable able to support that 100 watt maximum charging rate that you can get from the GAN charger that I just showed you, it can also transfer data incredibly fast, so 1 gigabyte in just 25 seconds. But what makes this truly awesome is that it visually displays the power delivery speed on the cable itself. I'm at 97% here, that's why it's charging really slow. So with a cable like this from Muk Dodo, you'll know when you're charging too slow and when the charging speed is optimal. But do keep in mind your device will use AI to speed up and slow things down, like you see here. It's incredibly slow right now because the battery is pretty much full, and there's a bunch of safety measures in place to make sure you're not overcharging your battery and damaging it in the long run. And while we're talking about that, I actually did a video about how to maximize your Samsung Galaxy's battery life. I'll link that at the end. And although this cable is affordable, it's actually very premium. The entire cable is braided, so it's going to be hard wearing. It's really well put together in my opinion. And you can even get USB-C to Lightning port, and there's even one with an adapter which switches it from USB-C to Lightning port. So there really is something for everybody when it comes to the Muk Dodo cable. So I'm going to venture a guess that one of the reasons you love Android smartphones is for the customization options. And this is why I love these cases from Casetify, because you can customize these too. And when I told Casetify I was making this video, they offered to sponsor it, and I'm glad they did, because now I can show you guys my own custom case with my channel name on it. And also here's one of my favorites from their anime designs, and there's hundreds more like this, and they've even done many collaborations with big brand names, famous bands, and even Pokemon. Not only are these Casetify cases stylish and sleek, they are also functional. For example, they have Eco Shock absorption technology that can disperse the force of impact generated from an 8.2 foot drop, and the ultra impact version of the case can survive 11 foot drops. And these have been put through a military grade assault course when it comes to drop testing, which includes drop testing on all corners, also flat on his face, flat on his back, and it's passed all of them with flying colors. And the Casetify cases don't just meet the military standard, they actually 5x the standard requirements, just in case. Like what I did there, just in case, phone case, okay, whatever. Sometimes the most valuable accessories are the simplest, and sometimes they're the cheapest, and sometimes they have really terrible names. Items like this, the Haggibis, cell phone kickstand. It's under £9 here in the UK. It's small, it's lightweight, it's low profile, it's foldable. So this might be the greatest kickstand for traveling with because it's so thin you could just slide it in the back of your backpack and you wouldn't even notice it was there. And it also leaves room for the charging cable. And as long as you're not touching the screen with a lot of force, it can even hold a tablet. And there are smaller kickstands out there, but none of them are going to be quite as strong as this one. And it is also available in gold if you're into that kind of thing. And my opinion when it comes to products like this, just based off of how useful the Hagibis cell phone kickstand is, it's worth its weight in gold. So on the topic of saving money, if you went for the smaller storage option when it came to your new Samsung Galaxy device or Android device, you might find out that sooner or later you're going to need some more storage space. And given the fact that Samsung scrapped the SD card slot quite a long time ago now, it's more challenging than it once was to back things up and clear up space on your device. That's why this is a lifesaver. It's an official Samsung USB-C thumb drive. And it's tiny, you could even keep it on your keys. The great thing about this particular pen drive is your phone will auto detect it when you plug it in. The read and write speeds are very fast, so copying files and photos across is quick and easy. And let's say you're going on holiday and you've got some films you want to watch, or maybe you've downloaded some emulator games that you want to play on the way. You can keep them all here, backed up on the USB-C pen drive, instead of taking up all of that important storage space on your device that you might want to use for capturing 8K videos or 4K videos and photos on your travels. The cheapest version of this is 64 gigabytes and you can get it for $14.99 here in the UK. And if you've ever wondered if you could play Super Mario on your Android phone, the answer to that is yes, you can. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you how. So this is a great bit of kit that I think every Android owner should own. It's a USB-C to HDMI adapter. This will allow you to plug your phone into any display that has a HDMI port. And when you combine this with a Samsung Galaxy device, you can unlock the power of DeX. And if you're wondering what the hell is DeX, stick around to the end of this video because I made a video about that and how you can use it to maximize your phone's potential. Anyway, the great thing about this cable is that you can access all of your apps on the big screen. So whether that's movie or TV streaming apps, music apps, or even gaming apps, all you got to do is plug it in. And this is far superior to Miracast because you get better resolution and less latency. And this really is the easiest way to do it. And this cable costs less than £10 here in the UK, which is an absolute bargain. And this is also the perfect partner for the next accessory I'm about to show you. Okay, let's talk about gaming. Whether it's an emulator or a native Android game or cloud streaming games, I do recommend you get a grip. Most people will agree that games are just better when your hands don't obstruct the display, and that's why this, the Nikon MGX Pro, is a great attachment for your phone. It is the closest that you can get to using an actual Xbox controller in a telescopic grip form factor. It is officially licensed by Xbox as well, so that's why it looks exactly the same pretty much and all the button colors are the same. It really is one of the best gaming grips out there right now in my opinion. It is a little bit pricey, it's just over £100, and it does use Bluetooth LE, which means you can use this device pretty much with any phone regardless of the ports that they use. It also means that if you do decide to hardwire your phone into a display or TV, you can play from far away because it is a Bluetooth connected device. And even the Galaxy Z Fold devices actually fit in this grip perfectly. Now I do realize that you might be a mobile gaming purist, in which case you might want a Type-C connection instead of Bluetooth. Or maybe this grip is just a bit more than you're willing to spend. Well, I've got the solution for you because this next one solves both of those problems. So this is the GameSir X2 Pro. It's a gaming grip with Type-C connection. It's also Xbox licensed, but this is way more compact, way more customizable, and it's also half the price of the MGX Pro. And also the A, B, X, Y buttons are magnetically attached, so they can be reorganized into Nintendo Switch layout, for example, or Xbox or whatever you want. It also has back paddles as well, so if you're a pro gamer, you're gonna love these. And you'll also notice the USB-C port actually moves, so it can accommodate for most phones with USB-C. Sometimes you might need to take the case off your phone for it to fit properly, but this actually helps with that a lot. And one of the best things about the GameSir grips is there's a GameSir community which have taken the time to upload their mapped button layouts onto games that don't actually support controllers, and you can download those through the app and apply them to the controller, and that could give you a massive edge when it comes to gaming on a smartphone. And like I said before, it's half the price of the Pro Pad that I just showed you. But if that's still too expensive for you, you're gonna love this. If you want to level up your gameplay, but you don't want to spend all that money on a gaming grip, this could be the perfect option for you. And quite similar to the Hagibits kickstand, this is another affordable, amazing product with a terrible name. It's the OzCac Mobile Gaming Triggers. It's the OzCac It's the OzCac Mobile Gaming Triggers. I really do feel like these companies should reach out to some English-speaking people and actually ask them if it's a good name or not, because CAC is usually what, in England anyway, is usually what you would call something if it's a bit but this isn't that. These are triggers for your phone screen, and they're designed to work on games that allow you to map the buttons to the top of the screen. For example, games like PubG. These click over the top of the display. They kind of act as finger extensions and touch the display without obstructing the display too much. And they're very clicky and tactile, and actually really quite well made. You place them onto your display like this, and there's a little clip at the back that locks them into place. And now you have tactile, clicky gaming triggers. Yes, there's a little bit of obstruction on the display, but it is minimal compared to how much space your fingers will take up. So gaming on the go with maximum graphics and max screen refresh rate and brightness is the quickest way to drain your battery. And you could scale all of that back if you wanted to preserve your power supply, but that's no fun. So why not get one of these, a power bank? But this is different from your average power bank. This is one of the few that supports 45 watts fast charging USB-C to USB-C, and as you know, 45 watts is the fastest speed that the Samsung devices currently support. And it's affordable too. It's called the INUI Power Bank B62, and it holds 15,000 milliamp hour battery. That's around 3 complete recharge cycles of the S23 Ultra, and if your battery is smaller than the S23 Ultras, obviously that's more recharges. And check this out, it doesn't just have a couple of little LED dots to represent how much power is left in the power bank, because that method is kind of old school and a bit unclear. You never really know if you have 99% or 76%. But with this, you will know, because the display actually shows the precise percentage of power left in the power bank. And it gets better. A double tap on the power button turns on the torch. And check this little feature out. This piece slides out like so, and doubles up as a kickstand for your phone. And as well as the USB-C port that supports the 45 watts, there's also a USB-A port that supports 22.5 watt output, so you can charge 2 devices simultaneously. And you may not need a device like this immediately, but trust me, one day you might wish you put a little bit of money into a power bank like this. So this one only applies to those of you who drive, so I'll keep this short and sweet. The power brick and power bank that I've shown you in this video support the 45 watt fast charging, which is the maximum speed that the Samsung devices can charge at. So if you get both of those, your Achilles heel will be your charging speeds in your car. And that's why I've gone out of my way to find this for you guys. This is the Ugreen 63 watt USB-C charger. It supports PD 3.0 via the USB-C output, and that gives you the 45 watts that you need to charge at the correct speed. And there's also an additional USB-A port that supports 18 watt output, which can be used simultaneously without slowing down that 45 watt speed. This is a solid product, and you can find cheaper alternatives. Yes, you could, but most of them won't be able to output that 45 watt speed from a single port. And just be aware that some might advertise the 45 watt speed, but that actually might be split between the number of ports that they have on the charger. But I can assure you this one actually does support the maximum and optimal charging speeds for your Samsung Galaxy device. So here's a strategically placed attachment for you, and I'm telling you about this now because the next product is awesome and it's kind of dependent on this one. So I realized that some of you guys want the magnetic functionality. Maybe you prefer a case that doesn't have that built in. If that sounds like you, here's a solution for you. This is the ESR Halo Lock sticker. It's under £15 here in the UK. It can be attached to the back of pretty much any device, and in some cases it can be attached and then the case put on top of it. so it will work under the case, essentially giving your phone the MagSafe or Mag-Easy functionality. And once you do this, it opens the door to so much more potential when it comes to magnetic wireless chargers, magnetic wallets, and even magnetic battery packs. I do love this product. It's pretty sweet. Now check this out. This is the Pitaka Mag-Easy slider. This might be the greatest desk Qi wireless chargers ever made. You can charge your earbuds on the back wirelessly. Your phone can now connect to it magnetically and charge at the same time. And check this out, if you're on the move and you're not finished charging, you can literally slide it off. The battery pack stays connected to the device and continues to charge. And then you've also got reserve power with you in your pocket. And then when you come back, you can literally just slide it back onto the Mag-Easy slider and let the battery pack recharge and continue charging your device if it still needs it. It does cost a pretty penny though, and that's why I've gone out of my way to find another similar but more portable solution at a quarter of the price of this. So this foldable bit of tech can output a maximum of 15 watts using Qi wireless charging. And when it comes to Samsung's latest devices, that's the maximum speed that can be received wirelessly. So that's an instant win, but it gets better. It can charge 3 devices simultaneously, 1 device on each one of these pads you see here. I'm using the McDodo cable, not the actual cable it came with, if you're wondering why the cable is black. So check this out, we've got the Halo Maglock here. This is actually a magnetic pad, so we can charge the phone here on the magnetic pad. The Galaxy Buds Pro 2 supports wireless charging, so we can charge that over here. And there's a magnet in the center one for your watch. This is the Apple Watch. I don't have the Galaxy Watch at the moment, unfortunately, but you get the idea. You can charge 3 devices wirelessly on the go, but it gets even better. Check this out. This center charging panel actually doubles up as a nightlight. And you can adjust the brightness of this by holding your finger down on that little bulb icon there. I think this might be my favorite product in this video. And then another feature, check this out. You can fold it into this kind of structure like this, and because you've got the magnet there, you can connect your phone to it like this, and there we go. You've got a really cool kickstand that can actually charge your device at the same time. So here's a question, have you ever lost your keys or your luggage or your bag? If the answer is yes, and you have a Samsung phone, one of these will be the best 23 quid that you've ever spent. The Samsung Smart Tag can be located using Samsung Smart Things app, and it can be tracked down on Google Maps. So you can use your phone to navigate to it wherever it is. You can set it to give you alerts whenever you leave it behind, and you can also share your location with your family members if you want to. And one of the great features here on the Samsung Smart Tag is if you push that middle button there, it actually calls your phone. And I'm always losing my keys on my phone, and this is on my keys, and I can use this to find my phone, and I can use my phone to find this. It's a win-win situation. So next time you're like, where's my keys? Where's my phone? You'll have the answer pretty quickly. Now check this out. This is a Damascus steel wallet that makes all my friends very jealous. But this isn't actually what I want to show you. It's this. If you lose your keys or your phone and you have a Samsung tag, you're going to be all right because you'll be able to find them. But if you lose your wallet, one of these could be really handy. This is the Tile Slim Tracker, similar to the Samsung tag, but designed for your wallet. And there are different tiers of service that Tile offer. But if you go for the free one, if you're within Bluetooth range of this card, you can make it play a chime from your phone. And just like the Samsung tag, if you double push the button, you can actually get it to phone your phone. So if you happen to lose your keys and your phone, you could potentially use this to find them both. And there are various tiers of service, as I mentioned. You can actually pay to join the community, and then the community's phones will update the location of your Tile trackers. I haven't got time to get into all of that in this video. I will link them in the description below if you want to check them out. They say smartphones today are hundreds of thousands of times more powerful than the guidance systems that NASA used to send man to the moon. But what do we do with smartphones mostly? We watch content on them. So why not expand upon that content watching experience with something like this, the Xuan Pad Mini. Now this is one of the top selling projectors on Amazon. They call it mini, but actually it's not as mini as I thought it was. This projector is under £70 here in the UK. It's fairly small, you could fit it in your luggage, but it's not as small as some of the Pico ones you can get, but they're far more expensive. Juan pad, say at 5 meters, you can get a 160-inch display at full HD. The most important feature though when it comes to this is the ability to connect a phone to it, so you can display your phone screen expanded on the wall. And you'll also notice on the side there are USB ports, so you can actually plug a USB dongle into this, or even an SD card, and there's a VGA port as well as audio, so you can actually plug this into audio devices. So if you connect your phone to the HDMI, you can relay the audio out of the Juan pad to an audio system. It's a decent gadget. It does come with a bunch of controls on board, and there's a remote control in the box. It is a versatile bit of kit, and it could be a good accessory for your latest smartphone. This one is a little bit niche, so I won't spend too long on it, but you've probably noticed nowadays that a lot of smartphones don't have headphone jacks anymore. They're kind of disappearing from existence. And don't be fooled into thinking Bluetooth audio is just as good as via a wire. Unfortunately, Bluetooth technology isn't quite there yet. We do have aptX HD, aptX Adaptive, and LDAC, but at best we're talking about 24-bit, 192 kilohertz. Whereas something like this, the FIO Jade Audio KA1 USB-C DAC gives you 32-bit, 384 kilohertz playback from your Android device. And I do believe you can get these for iOS as well. So all you do is you plug this into your phone and then plug a capable set of wired headphones into this, and you will get proper high-res, high-fidelity audio quality to your ears. But like I said, you will need headphones that can support that maximum quality, as well as the proper file formats on the device, or a very expensive premium tier streaming service. And you can see here it's got the MQA stamp there. That's one of the file formats that it will support. It's a very, very high-res audio file format. So this one's really for you audiophiles out there. All right, so not all screen protectors are created equal, and my brand of choice for the last 5 years have been this brand. It's a Korean brand called Whitestone Dome. And I've made several videos about how to apply these screen protectors. This one here is the Pro version. It's got a special glass which you apply with special locker glue and a UV light. But there is a new version of the Whitestone Dome. It's more affordable and it's a lot easier to apply than the Pro version. So based off of how easy it is to install this version, it's easy for me to recommend this. It's also more affordable too. You still have to use the UV light, so it's properly cured to the display. And in my opinion, it's far superior to the regular stick-on screen protectors. But if you do want to step it up to the Pro version, I made a tutorial video on how to apply these, so stick around to the end and I'll link it there. So this in the UK is called the Sleek View Foldable Keyboard. It goes by other names in other parts of the world. I will put affiliate Amazon links to it below the video if you want to find it in your region. It is amazingly priced. I got this for under £20 here in the UK. It connects wirelessly to your phone and it gives you a full QWERTY keyboard experience, and it's even got a built-in trackpad. And this trackpad does support multi-point inputs as well as swipe gestures, and the keys themselves are very tactile and have a good amount of travel for such a thin keyboard. And the reason this is great with any Samsung devices, when you connect it over Bluetooth, you can use your Samsung DeX on a monitor or a TV from a distance with the keyboard connected. And this miniature Bluetooth keyboard is perfect for Android devices in general, but more so when it comes to Samsung devices because of the Samsung DeX functionality. And if you're wondering what the hell is Samsung DeX, or you've heard about it but you want to learn a bit more about it, there's a video on the screen right now about how to unlock the most powerful Samsung Galaxy feature that most people probably aren't using. And there's a bunch of other videos on screen right now that I think you guys might like. And if you check any of those out, I will see you in the next one. Don't be late.
Says if I'm awakened in some future age.